I chose the poem, The City of Yes and the City of No, because the idea of people, even when given the opportunity to live a life where there is no walls, in a place where even the stars are begging to be friends, and where there is no resistance for anything a person wants to do, people would still choose to leave. To go to the city of no, where they have to struggle and fight for what they want. That not all people take the easy way out. That being tossed around and having their nerves strained like wires is more desirable than living an effortless life. For the theme of this poem, I like the idea of it being determination. That even though you may have been taken back to the city of no, hard work, determination, and perseverance can lead you to success and back to the city of yes for a little while. I believe 3 of the key features of this poem were simile, metaphor, and personification. I believe the poet used similes like I am like a train rushing for many years now, from line 1 of the play, to create a visual to all the readers, one that they could all picture. A beat up old train, a little worn, moving back and forth from place to place, over and over, but never stopping, just keeping on going. For a metaphor, I chose the line, the city of yes and the city of no, because the concept of yes and no is not so much a place, more a state of mind. And the poet uses the idea of it being a city to create the distinctness and the difference there is between yes and no. The idea of living in a state of yes compared to the idea of living in a state of no, and the differences they present. This poem uses the concept of personification often to get across the ideas of either hopelessness or success, depending on the city. In line 7, it is, every object is frowning, withholding something, exemplifying the fact that the city of no is a place of sadness and deceit, where nobody is quite as happy as they would be. Using objects to get this point across. I wasn't quite sure what it meant by critical questions, but after reading the poem a few times, these are the 2 questions I was left wondering. First off, better to let me be tossed around, from line 35 of the play near the end. But when is it better to live in the city of yes and live in the city of no? When do you want to be tossed around? And then my second question was, between the city of yes and the city of no, or between the city of no and the city of yes, is it better to have experienced success and then struggle before getting back to it? Or should all people have to struggle before they achieve any amount of success? I really enjoyed reading The City of Yes and The City of No, and it'll be a poem I pull out in a few years when I forget what it was about, and this time I'll read it and learn something totally different than I did the first time, but it'll still be just as worthwhile. Assignment 7, Comparing Poetry Interpretations by Blair.